Welcome to the most heretical stream on the internet. I give you Wooly1169.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream and welcome back for Planet Crafter. Kalzamar here, thank you for claiming first and for securing the hat, and yes, late start, not too late, what time is it? 10 minutes or so. But we are ready to finish with Prime. I had put a poll in Discord a few days ago, and the results were tied. Aqualis and Skio. That means I get to be the tiebreaker, because I assume there's no one here who did not already vote. Although I didn't really double check the names here, but if you are here and you did not vote, Kalzamar did not vote, then you could sway the vote, I suppose. But I think the best plan would be to play out Aqualis again through till to give Skio a little bit more time to make sure that there aren't any other bug fix patches and things like that. Leave my fate on my shoulders. All right. Well, I think going to Aqualis is the better option, just in case that Skio has more stuff to get resolved. Their last post said that it was locked off, pretty much, ready to release, but they were giving it the extra time, a month or so they could port it to consoles. But so I think we can still do. I think we can still do Skio before it releases necessarily, but this gives us a little bit of time to let them to make sure to give it a little more time. So let's jump into the game. And let's jump into the win conditions on Prime, all 3 victory conditions. And then we can, 50 already. Oh my, indeed. And then we can see what else we want to try to pull off before we leave Prime. And then we can leave Prime. So let's switch into the game. We are at 25 Terra TI. I was chatting with last event in the comments, and he mentioned how he doesn't really use the boosters. He just builds more, and that's viable and possibly a better option. But then also, like, you need to build a lot to get the production that you need in order to make a reasonable amount of things. We did deploy an extra iridium miner in the last episode, in the last stream, but it has not made headway yet. But I do suspect that it will once something else starts failing, which could be iridium, or could be uranium, could be osmium. Basically anything that goes into making pulsar quartz, which is what we're currently lacking. So any of those 5 things. I don't think we'll continue selling a bunch of stuff once we're ready to leave here, because when we leave here, we will have 250,000 in credits, because the win condition we reset back before the win condition after we do the win condition. So we'll still have those 250,000 credits to our names. These say, yeah, we're right there, and I shipped off 2 more of the power fuses in the last rocket, so we're gonna probably break that line right soon at 250k. So let's prepare to do all of the endings. We could do these in any order; it doesn't really matter. But we have to do a few things in order to accomplish the endings. The first of them is the, I guess, default ending. It's leaving the planet with the Sentinel Corp, with the people who put us here. And in order to do that, we need to do what this message that we got from them says, which is, congratulations, our sensors indicate you have successfully terraformed your assigned planet. However, our monitoring indicates that your planet has an anomaly that prevents us from colonizing it. We must destroy this anomaly before using the departure platform, so our ships can extract you. Please receive the recipe for an explosive device able to do this task. This is not an automated message. And so that explosive device is this one here. that we can make. We have all the items for it. And the rocket thingy itself gives us the directions on where to go and how to accomplish it. That is here. High interference levels detected. Please destroy interference source to be able to receive extraction. Anomaly location 718432269. I know where it is, so we don't need to remember those coordinates. I know exactly what it is we're looking for, so we don't need to remember those coordinates. But we can go and do that. What I want to do before we do that is eat up, drink up, and then actually save and exit to the menu. Should have been 1169? Yes, it should have been. It was off by 1 and 6 and 9. I want to copy my save, which is this one. And then we'll call this Prime Ice before endgame. And I will edit it swiftly here. And do this. Jake, welcome in. You caught us just in time. So now we should have 2 copies of this save. Prime Ice Plains at 25.1 and Prime Ice Plains before endgame at 25.1. So identical saves. We will use this one, of course, which is the one we have, and then we can head out and do the boom. That one. We have everything we need. Let's go. Well, actually, we don't need to fly. We can teleport most of the way there, because it is something we've already seen. We already discovered. We already found. We already talked about a little bit, which is in here and way down in here. You all will remember when we came down here the first time, the last time, the only other time, as we let's see, which way is it? Is it this way or is it the other way? It's this way. The Yellow Brick Road. Follow the Yellow Brick Road. As we found when we were exploring this, or when we explored this, we found an anomaly. And that is the anomaly that the game, that the Sentinel Corp wants us to destroy. So we will do such a thing. And that anomaly was back here in this, I believe. And this, those coordinates were something like 717432265. Not quite, but you know, close enough for government work. Probably was a bit closer like this, 718432269. And we can thus build this. Push the button, and we have 10 seconds to get out of here. I don't know how far away we actually need to be. That's far enough, I guess. Bomb is still there. Actually going to go away? I don't remember if it actually goes away or not. Ah, there it is. Okay. It seals us out. Right. Alright, so we can assume that it's been destroyed. And then we can... I think we have to go... Can we go this way? Jeopardy theme song, indeed. Yeah, we have already actually been this way. Should I take the risk? I'm gonna do it. Okay, no crunchy ankles, that's good. And then we just need to head all the way back. I guess I could have brought a teleporter with me to make this faster. Oopsie. That's fine. So, and then we can go back to the rocket and we can leave with the Sentinel Corp, which, as I said, is the company that left us here. Or that sent us here. They're the bad guys, but they did agree that once we had terraformed this place, that our sentence would be over, and we could return to some version of proper society, I guess. I guess. And they are allegedly going to honor it. So now we should have a button to press. Yes, leave the planet. Place your fate in the hands of Sentinel Corp. Alright, I'm going to do a save, even though when I click this button, it should do another save. You're expecting the whole planet to blammo? No. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Push the button. I'm gonna hide my face here. Actually, I'm gonna do this as well. Hey, look, there's their ship. Now that they can fly ships into this area, this region of space, without getting knocked off course due to that object, they can come and rescue me. Congratulations, you have successfully terraformed this planet. Top perk looks like the landing pod? Huh, you don't say. We will now re-examine your sentence based on the various deviations from the rules that could be attributed to you. For the moment, you will remain in detention while your case is examined. Sentinel Corp. So maybe they're not going to be very honest with us. Maybe not. One could imagine. One could guess. Planet Crafter by Miju Games. And I'm back. Alright, so now if we hop back in to our self-same save here. GG, that was one win condition. We're back here just before we press the button. There's nothing else to do here. So we can now go... we should have the credits that we earn, which is just over 250. Do you have... Not much. You don't have much either. Alright. Hi back. I'm Cal. That's fine. So now we could do one of two endings. We could do the Warden's ending, which we need 10 of these. I'm going to leave 3 of them behind. Or we could do the Smuggler's ending, which needs 5 solar quartz. And if I put all of these items in here, since they will fit, and we click on the screen, we have now 3 buttons. The Sentinel Corp, of course, was the one we just did. But we can easily do these other 2 now. And then I think we should do the Smuggler's ending first. This is the one... This one required us to have the 5 solar quartz. Which I could have sworn there should have been a message from Riley about this. I want to make sure there wasn't one before we go. Yeah, there wasn't one. We should have gotten a message from Riley. Our antenna's still up here, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so we should have gotten a message from Riley telling us how to do this, but I'm just using the internet for help here. So we needed 5 solar quartz and 250,000 trade credits, and that gives us the ability to put our hands in the fate of the space smugglers. Let's do it. Subservience. Oh yeah, I'd never actually done this one before. Let's do that and do that. New achievement for me. The final achievement for me, I think. Yeah, that's my final achievement. Subservience. Leave the planet with the smugglers. The first one, or the previous one, was was subjection. Leave the planet with Sentinel Corp. So here's the smuggler ship. My friend, I hope we can meet again one day. Despite everything you have been through, your future is still uncertain. Final achievement, indeed. You will now be considered an outlaw, so you will need to be careful and keep a low profile. But knowing you, I'm sure you'll get through this. Good luck. Riley, Wally the Outlaw. Final achievement. Doo-doo-doo. Planet Crafter. Let's see. There and there. Back I am. So, yeah, so when we played 1.0, when Jeff, Lana, sometimes IT Machinist, and I played the 1.0 release, we never got this achievement. We never stayed around long enough to earn the 250k, and therefore we never got that achievement, unfortunately. So now I have it. That's grand. But let's see here. I want to look at Steam once more here. So yeah, we did Subjection, which is leave the planet with Sentinel Corp. And then we did, this was Subservience, leave the planet with the smugglers. And now we have Subversion, leave the planet with the wardens. And so we can do that. Leave the planet, trust that some wardens are still alive and will accept you. We got this one by providing the 10 warden keys. If we had, let's say, only put 9 in here, that button would not be here. And that goes the same for this. If we didn't have that, we wouldn't get this. And the same goes for that 250k credits. If we didn't have those, we wouldn't get the space smugglers either. So leave the planet, trust that some wardens are still alive and will accept you. And they give us a portal to fly through. Can't drive my truck through the portal generator, but I can fly my ship through a portal. Those who follow us know that our destiny is that of doom. But some of us still believe that giving up is not an option. We will see what Providence has in store for us. A warden. Never give up. Never surrender. Planet Crafter. Alright, here we are. Here we are. So, that's the 3 endings that were released as part of the 1.0 version. Before they added planets, other planets that is, or other worlds, I guess, not just planets, but moons as well. Before they added the ability to travel to those other worlds, which is something we're going to get ready to do now. So we can remove the extraction rocket. We no longer need it, because we're not going to extract. We're going to instead travel interplanetarily. Let's go over here. And drop off all this stuff in here. Except that I want to pick back up this and that and this and that. And this. And a green one. And a power fuse. And we're going to need a couple of those other things too. Oh wow, there's pulsar quartz. Oh, there's one pulsar quartz here. So what I want to do first is I want to stop sending stuff, because we do still have the 250,000 credits, because even though we won with that condition, we didn't win with that condition. I want to clear these, and we can keep that enabled, it doesn't really matter. But clear these requests, and clear these requests. I'll just do that, can't I? Yeah. I need to keep some of these. Oopsie. That wasn't what I meant to do. I need to keep 2 of these. That's everything I need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we can just send this off now. And that'll be fine. It's not going to give us much value, but that's okay. It'll go and it'll come back and it'll be fine. And then I want to grab a drink real quick. Once we're here. And then I want to build this other rocket. Right, of course. That's what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. And this rocket looks basically the same. It is a list of buttons to take to choose which place you want to go. Skio is not here because I'm not running the experimental version yet. I figure I will wait until we're just ready to go there before we go there. It recommends we bring with us the rover, enough stuff for an interplanetary travel rocket, and enough stuff for an extraction platform. The reason it recommends this, of course, is because, well, that way we can at least come back if we can't stand it there. We have, as far as storage goes, we have 4 times 5 here, so that's 20, plus our internal storage here of 9 times 5, so 45. So we can take 65 items with us. Let's see, it was that, and it was this here. Right there, that already is 15 of those items. So, yeah. Yeah. And there's a handful of other things that I should take too. But let's start gathering up these things first, because we definitely want to take these as per the advice of the game. Which, for this first trip, it's not a bad plan. For later trips, it's less necessary. For an experienced player, it's not as necessary either. I guess I needed more stuff from that aisle, didn't I? Either way, it is not a bad plan. I need those other 2 power fuses, which I kept wisely. And then we need 3 of these other power thingies here, of which I have 2. Are you not working? 15 items, right? I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. Yeah, okay, it is working. I always have to wait for that to go. Miners. So, if I remember correctly, miners will not work on Aqualis until you reach a certain level of terraformation. If I remember correctly. It might have been more than Aqualis. It might have been something added in a patch at some point. I'm not going to worry about it. Either way. We're going to take more or less the basics besides these things. For Aqualis, actually it doesn't even look at Aqualis yet. For the system terraformation, as we start terraforming Aqualis, this 25.53 now, Terra TI we have here at Prime, will be multiplied against, well, these will effectively be all 1s, not really 0s, against whatever we earn on Aqualis. So let's say we're at 25, and we're not going to go up anymore, which we are. At Aqualis, then, once we get enough to get us to 1,000 quadrillion system TI, these will be multiplied to calculate the system TI. So we're at 25 tera, or system TI. We need to get to quadrillion, trillion system TI, I guess, then quadrillion. So we need to get a multiplier of 40 TI to get to 1 quadrillion. So we need 40,000 to get to this, and then we can get this. 0 equals nothing in this case, not 0. Yeah, it's effectively 1 if you're doing a math equation. Yeah, it's a null, really, yeah. Not factored in, right? So this here is, that means we need to have 40k TI at Aqualis before we can get the interplanetary exchange shuttle. That won't be that bad to get, so I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. If we have one more of these. Not yet. We need to get a lot more pinks saved up before we can. And, there it went. I just heard it. There it is. So we can go stick these things in the thing. I'm also going to grab 5 foods to put into the shuttle. Actually, 4 foods. I lied. And the truck. And this is our fully upgraded truck, by the way. This isn't a bullshit truck. This is our fully upgraded truck. This is what we're going to take with us to get where we need to go. So this is all 20 things that we can fit into the shuttle. Now, everything else we can take is going to be in my pocket. What do we want to take? What's priority here? For me, it's anything that is harder to get. In that case, it's things like power generators, because getting power that's cheap and easy is a good plan. So we could use a whole lot of pinks, which we just spent on power, or on the power fuse thingies. But those, so here's the idea. Those will give us, no, I don't want to go over there. I lied. Let's go over here instead. The other thing is how many items can you get in one slot? Well, if you think about these things that we just packed a few of, they combine all 6 of these things into one slot, including 3 pulsar quartzes. But then if you look at a pulsar quartz, it combines all 5 of these things into one slot, which is pretty good too. What else is really good to take is any quantity of rods, because they, if it's not the sales shuttles, yes. I turned off their collection of items, and I sent the one that was partially full to its final destiny. Rods are a great thing because they give you a large amount of uranium, iridium, superalloy, osmium, and a little bit of aluminum in your pocket. Other things are things like tier 2 fertilizer, or maybe even the tier 3 fertilizer we have. But in order to use these things, we need to be able to break them down. And the way we break them down is, of course, with the recycling machine. So we need to take the items that the recycling machine needs to be made out of. So 2 deconstruction microchips, which are these ones. We could take a tier something 1. It looks like we never actually made the tier 3 decon chip. Interesting. I'm surprised we never needed it. Let's go ahead and make that real quick. Just need a blue and a purple. Make that, and then we can do that. So we definitely need to take 2 tier 1 decon chips because, well, actually we don't, because we can get these items locally. But what we would also then need is to be able to make one of these things, which is a tier 2 craft station, which just needs iron and silicon. So we could be fine with that. We could be fine with making these locally as well. There's our message from Riley. Let me step away for just a moment, and I'll be right back, and we can go see what that message says. And I'm back. So, if we wanted to pack one of those with us, we really just need to take super alloy. Let's go take a look at this message here. Oh, from Sentinel Corp. Oh, okay.
Nerd alert!
Our monitoring indicates that the anomaly has been successfully destroyed. You are part of the glorious 1.84% of successful planet crafters. We recommend that you use the extraction platform to be extracted from the planet and conclude your journey. Hey Jake, welcome in. Or no, you've been here, haven't you? Never mind. Wally, shut up, Wally. Today's nerd shirt is the Stark logo. Winter is coming. Alternatively, you can join our highly experimental Better Life program and continue the terraforming process of nearby moons. Use the travel rocket to help us increase our knowledge of terraforming techniques, thus helping other planet crafters. Ah yes, so, yep, this is the win condition email from Sentinel Corp. And tells us we can leave if we want, or we can leave. Okay, so if we bring with us 3 super alloy, we will have what we need with locally available materials to make that crafting station. Definitely want to do that. We won't need to bring water because we're going to a water planet, and we have our life straw. Let's see here, our water filter. So we don't need to worry about water. Oxygen might be a problem, but we can make oxygen bottles from cobalt, so we should be all right there. We do need to pack some aluminum, but I think the better way to pack aluminum is to pack super alloy rods, and then we can break them down in the recycler to make aluminum if we need it, and or more super alloy. We also want to pack rods of all types just so we have a whole bunch of stuff. We could also pack the items we need for power. Super alloy we'll get from the rods. Pulsar quartzes we'll want to take, but we could take them in either the form of quartzes themselves or in the form of these, which I think this makes more sense. So we should pack these instead because they're more dense. I might take some of those fertilizer 3s just so we can have some fertilizer stuff. We could also take mutagen 2 or 4 in order to get some of those things. But we won't need that stuff right away, so I don't know that we need to take those. The other things we need to get terraforming started would be good. My truck also has oxygen. That's true. Oh, hydration critical. That's true. My truck does have oxygen, so we don't need to worry about that so much anyway. Everything else we should be able to pick up off the ground, so I'm not that worried about most other things. But those few things for sure we're going to want to take. More food if we can carry it wouldn't hurt, because it's going to be a while before we'll be able to make decent food. Because we'll need to be able to build beehives to get the honey, and we'll need to be able to build farm somehow beans, which means we would need to have a bean seed, which we should get, but we should be fine there. An autocrafter will have the stuff for that, so I don't need to bring them specifically. It's just a super alloy rod and a couple osmium. No problem there. The super storages, I don't feel like we need those right away. We can get by with lockers for a while. One of the things we should do, and I guess I should have done before I started this, is I should have written down the changes that I made to my storage array so that I don't have to reinvent the wheel. But do I need to worry about that? I probably don't. No, I think I'm all right. We can make do with it. So I think what else should we pack? We could pack things to help us terraform faster, tier 5 drill materials, but I don't remember if we can put those down. We'll have enough for an autocrafter. We'll just take, as long as we have one super alloy rod and one, take some screenshots. I could, yeah, that's true. And one osmium rod will be fine for an autocrafter with the recycler. I could do, it's mostly the same. If I pull up the spreadsheet that I made when we did this for the one that I used before, we're pretty close. Like here in this column, we have iron, titanium, silicon, magnesium, cobalt, aluminum, sulfur, obsidian, zeolite, and then a blank. In the next column, Raspian, 14 months in a row. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you for that. In this column, we have 2 dump chests. Osmium rod, osmium, uranium rod, uranium, iridium rod, iridium, superalloy rod, superalloy. Good. Here we have food, which is new, so I need to change that slightly because I moved these things around. Food. Fuses. Quartz, 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 quartz. That's 5 quartzes. And then we would have, and actually I could put them in here. Actually, let's do that. What do I need for that? Storage is superalloy circuit. Superalloy circuit. And here, because we have some of these, we can put up cosmic quartz. There they are. Well, let's see. So that takes care of that column. And then I have 2 more spaces here on the end that we don't have occupied. That can be useful for other materials that are native to Aqualis or something else entirely. Over here we have water and oxygen, which we should be fine with keeping like this. Although eventually we'll get rockets too, and then we'll want to fit those in someplace. So we might tweak that a little bit, but that'll be a good thing. Yeah, so Aqualis and Skio tied. And I think Aqualis is the better option to do at this point, just because Skio is still an experimental. So we're going to do Aqualis. So we'll need rockets too at some point, so I may end up moving the oxygen storage somewhere else. That could be one of the ones that goes back there. Maybe it could go in here once they take out Phyto B and C. We can see, but for now, that's fine. Water, oxygen, rockets, circuits, explosives, rare, uncommon, and common, and then trees and bark, which trees could really probably also be upstairs someplace, out of the way too. On this side, we have bioplastic, fertilizer, 1, 2, 3, honey, explosive, silk, fabric, and then I have smart fabric here, which I had water here before, so we can replace that in here. Smart fabric. We don't really need that, but that's okay. And then I have algae here, which I moved over from the other side. And the reason I did that, of course, was because I put the phytos here, which I had over there someplace the last time, and this makes more sense. So here we have phyto A, phyto B, and phyto C, which, again, the B's and C's are going away in the next version. That is the one on experimental. I lost my mouse cursor. There it is. Bacteria, mutagen 1, 2, 3, 4, methane, and nitrogen. All right. So that's documented, basically. Upstairs, we pretty much just have... Oh, there's another message now. Upstairs, in this side, we pretty much just have buffers for all 4 vegetables. And then on this side, we have things that aren't really used in crafting. All the butterflies, all the flowers, all the seeds, the plant seeds, all the frogs, all the fish, all the things that aren't used in crafting. And like I said, the tree seeds could be up here too, instead of being down where they are. I like the bark where it is because it's used in crafting, but otherwise I don't need the tree seeds downstairs technically. Did I send up wheat and chocolate? No, I didn't. I don't care. Not bothered. They were kind of meh to me to begin with. And this made it even more so, kind of. So yeah, that's that. I think we're good on that front now with the storage array updated. I can't be bothered to set up chocolate heresy. Yeah, they're not worth it. I mean, I could, but they're not really worth it. So I think we just pack maybe a few more foods, and then a bunch of rods of all 4 types, and then a few of those power thingies. And that should be, I think, good enough for a while. What else would we want to build right away if we were building things there right away? I guess we could have some flower spreaders. Get oxygen. Where's Caledon when you need him? Exactly. Probably asleep, to be honest. Or we could plan for tree spreaders. That's a little bit more oofy. But we could do that. Did the flower spreaders. That's not bad. We could bring some fertilizer. With water, we can make... I think, will we get ice? Would we be able to make water bottles there? I don't know. Will there be ice? I think there'll be ice. I don't know. We could bring some fertilizer. I would bring the tier 3s probably. Because we can break those down into 2s and then 1s. It wouldn't hurt. Some tree bark, I guess, wouldn't hurt for these. The tree seeds, I guess, wouldn't hurt. Isn't it a plant of water you can drink? Yes, but you need to have water bottles to build these. That's the only reason. And yeah, I have my life straw, so I can drink the water. I'm just trying to decide what all I should bring, shopping list-wise. What else do we need? Yeah, I think we're good. I think those are the only other things to consider, is maybe some fertilizer, to have it, and, I think that's it. Either the dish one or the in-water one. Oh yeah, duh. I could build a dish, which I just need aluminum and super alloy for, and everything on the ground. Right, duh. You'd think I know how to do this. We can also do the lake one with, but we need bioplastic for that. What's the highest compressed form of bioplastic? Circuits? Maybe we should bring some circuits with us? There's only 1-to-1 though. What else is bioplastic used in the manufacture of? Anything else? Flares. Pfft. Need to get a drink again. I mean, could I bring circuits? Did I get the interplanetary delivery system? No, we were talking about that. I don't get that until 1000 quadrillion system TI. So we need to get about 40k TI at Aqualis before we can get that. Because it's multiplied. Okay, those are full now, so this will start accumulating again. Hopefully the honey will as well. Should have... it's almost full. Okay. That's filling up. That's full. I think we take all of these, because these would be nice to break down. Let's take... yeah, we'll take 8 of those. Those will break down into 3 pinks each, and then a bunch of ores from the pinks. And then we take maybe like... start with 5 of each of these rods. Some of that fertilizer... I don't know what the recipe is for that. I don't know what they break down into, actually, yet. But the 2s will give us some methane. 1s will give us all of those things, which won't hurt. We have a source of... yeah, we have that for sulfur. We could take some mutagen with us. Is it really worth it? Deconstruct one now? I could. Good. Another osmium storm? Seriously? Oh, that's right. It's It's not going to be that advantageous to us because it gives us phosphorus, which is the resource on Willow. So maybe just take the 2s then. I don't know. Yeah, let's just take the 2s. We don't have to worry about the extra step, extra work. Oh yeah, eat and drink, Molly. Eat and drink. Alright, so 5 of those. Definitely want a little bit more food. We only packed 4. Rockets? Those advantageous? I don't think so. No. I'd rather take the rods that I already have. I think... Well... Should I pack some mutagen? No. Yeah, I already have 4 food packed. Let's do 1 more of each rod. Sulfur easy to mine there? I think so. Although we won't be taking anything for miners right away, so no, in that respect. And then 4 more food. In worst case, we have all the stuff we need to get back, so we could do that. But I think this will be okay. So shall we? Anything else I should do before we leave? The rockets are both here. Neither one is collecting things anymore. They're enabled for auto, but they're not requesting anything. Not just good, it's good enough. Exactly. Could have had a V8. Uh-huh. Who said, was it Jake? Who said... Oh, it was Kalzmar. Said the top part looks like a landing pod. Yeah, the top part looks like a landing pod. Want to know why that is? Because it is. Alright, so where are we going? Should we do... We don't need to do another safety save, I don't think. Did we get another chirp for a message before we go? At the fusion reactor parts? Yes. So what I have is... Yeah, we did, from Riley. Hello, my friend. This will be the last message I'll be able to send you. I've done all I could, but our options are very limited. I advise you strongly not to trust Sentinel Corp, as they have shown multiple times how unfair and oppressive they are. They could not care less about you or any other convicts. I've managed to contact a smuggler's ship. They're willing to take you on board for 250,000 Terra tokens and 5 solar quartz. Collect the correct amount of Terra tokens and fill your departure platform inventory with the required quartz to board with them. They are untrustworthy too, and I can't guarantee you anything. Your future is uncertain, and despite all you went through, what lies ahead might be even harder. I would like this to be a happy ending, but life is not fair. Yeah, so we got the message a little late, but that's the resolve, or that's the message that gives us what we need to know. So, with all that stuff, truth indeed. Welcome in, Zethlorian. With all of that, we have these, which we can break down using one of the recycling machines after we make some decon microchips from local materials. Wait a minute. Did I remember to do that properly? I think so. Yeah. It was just... Let's double check that piece. Just real quick. Just to be safe. We can make one of these out of local iron and silicon. We can then craft 2 deconstruction microchips out of silicon and magnesium, and then we can deconstruct any amount of those rods, the fertilizer 2 if needed, and the fusion energy cells to get materials from them. And then with those materials, we can deconstruct them as necessary from there. But these will give us each 3 pink crystals, and the super alloy rods will give us 8 super alloy, and we can easily make a fusion generator or more with those materials. So yes, let's do it. You need to play this. Yes. Did I make it a level 3 decon chip? I did. We made that just earlier. It's here. Oopsie. I don't even know what that's for, but there we go. You need to play this? Yes, everybody should play this game. So we are going to Aqualis. I don't know what order they're supposed to be in here. It's not the order they were released. It doesn't make any sense. They're not in alphabetical order. Aqualis would be first if they were. Maybe they're in order of difficulty? Aqualis is the only other planet, the only surface you cannot start on by default. You can start on Humble, you can start on Selenia, you can start on Toxicity, you cannot start on Aqualis. So maybe that's what it is? I don't know. Are you really ready to leave this planet? You won't be able to come back unless you've built an extraction platform on the destination planet. Yes, we are ready. Engage. Oops. Oops. What's with the oops? Don't forget your hat? Ooh, that's what I forgot. Where's my towel? Exactly. I should have brought some fabric just for that. And we are back. We have messages. Thank you for choosing the highly experimental Better Life program. By continuing to terraform planets and moons near your designated planet, you increase the administration's leniency toward your case. Additionally, you help Sentinel Corp support other planet crafters by furthering our knowledge of terraforming techniques. We will automatically unlock new technologies as you advance in the process. Sentinel Corp 3058. Let's see here. All right, so we are here. We are in our pod where we have all of our materials that we brought with us. We have landed on Aqualis. There's the world we just terraformed, Prime. They're off at the horizon. We should probably be able to see some of the other worlds as well. Aqualis is a ringed moon, so we have rings in our sky all the time. And of course, there's the sun out there, and we have no power. Thank you, game, for reminding me of that. The first thing we need to do, though, is to build storage to stash all this stuff in. So what I want to do is just drop a few things and pick up a few things. Like, let's see. This, that, and this. Actually, that's not enough. I need to drop a few more things. Maybe I should drop things that are less critical to my mission here. And not those, since those are actually critical to what I'm doing. Not that those aren't, but, you know. Here's phosphorus already. Starting over from scratch on this planet is going to be a real beach. Yes, it is. Let's see. I need 3, 2, 1. I need a titanium. And then I need some iron. Some more iron. Just get a single pod up and running. Yes, I know, low power. Shut up. Iron. Where's all my iron at? Iron. Sweet, sweet irony. And then we need more iron yet. And we also have to watch our oxygen levels. No need for iron. Drop the truck? Oh, that's a good idea. Alright, so I'm going to put this up over here by the pod. Pod up by the pod. And the door in it, of course. I needed 2 titanium, not 2 silicon. Silly, silly silicon. Alright, and what do I have for... I think I'm short 1 iron, right? Yeah, 1 iron. Some air. There's one right there. Yeah, I should actually get the truck out. That's an awesome idea. Glad I thought of it. Because that is a big storage box for me. This, that, those, this. That'll do for now. Got dark out. Alright, storage. Just in case we need more storage here. And then, we need to gather stuff up for this thing. Which means we need to grab a iron again. More ore over there. Let's go over there. Will I build a large base as quickly as possible? Yes, I will. I also needed more silicon and magnesium, I think, for the chips. Grab a couple of sillies. Luckily, we do have... No, never mind. Yeah, luckily we do have our oxygen tanks maximum size, so we can stay outside for a longer time without a problem. Let's see here. Recycling thingy. Oh, yeah, I need to make those chips first. Thingy. Here. Yeah, we'll put this over here. Go there. And 2 of those. And then recycling thingy can go right here. And now we can deconstruct all the things. Let's see. I'm going to ignore... Can I ignore these first steps? Guess not. I guess we could do them. Tier 1 veggie tube. Dear God. Is there even ice here? I don't think there's even ice here. We can make ice? I don't think it's even worth doing. Let's see. I don't need to touch this stuff except maybe the food. Or I don't want to touch any of that stuff except maybe the food. So let's do, let's see. Let's do, what did I want to start with? Power? Power. Deconstruct 2 of those and 1 of those. 2 of these and 1 of these. Oopsie. Come on. There you are. Alright, so that gives me power. The machine doesn't need power, yeah. Somewhat ironically, but, I mean, if we had needed it, we could have just done a, wind generator or something. For that. Solar power, solar panel 1s. We can't do 2s because we didn't need it to get the aluminum, but nope, didn't need it. Let's see. What else? What else? What next, I should say. I guess we could get terraforming going by doing one of these. No, wait, one of these. One of these, if it'll let me put them up, that is. And, we didn't bring the stuff for trees. Oh, we wanted to do one of these. Can't be built before 875 KTI. We can't do this. Okay. Uh-huh. What about... Yeah, there are some things we cannot build. What about these guys? These guys don't say that. That's fine. That's weird. That's fine. Let's grab the things for this. Oh, we didn't bring explosive powder. Shoot. We could make some... Could we really make 3 of it? Not really. But let's do one of these big drills then. That'll be fine. Oh, not what I wanted. At least get the juices flowing here, so to speak. Always forget something. Yeah, but that's going to make a huge dent. 15k, 20k, 25k, 30k. Interplanetary exchange shuttle. The other water gatherer is more advanced? Yes. Rounded fence, Aqualis. Oh, gee, that's what we totally needed. The other water collector is this, which needs bioplastic, which we didn't bring either. Yeah, I told you it'd be quick. I wasn't that worried. Because I knew once we built some of these things, we would be home free. So we can build the drills, the mining drills. What else shows red right away? Won't let us build it. Weird that some things have that restriction and some things don't. Harvesting robots can't build before 45 gig. Butterfly domes, 330 parts per trillion. Amphibians we can't build. Fish we can't build. Butterflies we can't build. Outdoor farms we can't do. Beehives we can't do. Animal shelters and things we can't do. Ecosystems we can't do. We need to get some oxygen going though, so we need a way to get water. How are we supposed to get water to get oxygen going if we can't get water to get oxygen going? Is there ice here? Oh wait, we can also get these things. Forgot about these. There's more good stuff in these. Tier 7 backpack. Nice. You build the in-water extractor. If I had the bioplastic... Yes. I don't have bioplastic. I didn't bring bioplastic. Is there ice on this world? Weird that you can build the one and not the other, though, right? I don't think there's ice here either. Ooh, there's a grub already. Interesting. Yeah, that's phosphorus. Interesting. Well, we're already almost up to 800 anyways, so it's not going to matter much in a moment. Let's just finish this bit of exploration. Oh, that was a good flight. I don't know why there wouldn't be. It's an ocean. You'd think that there would be, with the sun, there would be some humidity. We are on a moon orbiting Prime, so I guess. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But we're just about to 800, so it won't matter much in a moment anyway. 875, even so. I'm not flying just because I want to be able to see the ground a bit. Yeah, lots of random good bits in these things. Really? Akuzi frog eggs. I think that's the local species. Okay. Sure. Game logic. Gave me a gene already. I need to jump some of this stuff off. By the way, I get super alloy and phosphorus from these from these shells, clams. All right, let's go build one of them water extractors. Let's see. This iron. Need to go find a silicon. Magnesium and cobalt. Yeah. Silicon, magnesium, and cobalt. Alrighty, that'll get us started. Oopsie. Storage is already getting full. So let's see, making explosive powder means I need iridium and sulfur. The ways to get sulfur are myriad. Why don't we do this and those? Right? Or this? No. I had that backwards. These two. And one of these. The easiest way to get sulfur right now, I think, is going to be from the fertilizer. We'll have to break it down into component parts for 2. Otherwise, we could set up a miner if we can get a tier 3, the stuff for the tier 3 miners, which we can, and just set up one mining sulfur from here. That, a couple of brains. One of these, one of those, and another titanium brain. Oh, nope, we cannot mine yet. I thought so. Alright, well, we can't do that either. Sulfur. We have a couple sulfurs we got randomly, though. We could make some. Just need that. Forgot about that. Sneaky, sneaky. Let's see. Level 1 miner? Yeah, I think it's all miners. Good check, but I think so. I'm also running out of super alloy already, rods, which is my only source of aluminum right now. Yep, same message. The geological structure of the soil of this moon does not allow the extraction of minerals. Yet. It's a bit of an oof, but what are you going to do? Alright, so let's do... guess just one of those, though. Otherwise, I need more sulfur. Our map works. There are some other islands that we will want to go explore. And we may want to do those sooner rather than later. Because there may be more sources of sulfur out there. Actually, there are, because we can get it from the shells. What else do we pick up that might yield us sulfur? Anything? No. We have one bioplastic nugget. Sulfur and bioplastic? I don't think so. The fertilizer, though, we could break down. We're going to get one sulfur from each fertilizer one, though. We could do lower level heaters. Ones that don't require explosive powder, which could be just this one. Maybe that's the best thing to do. Yeah, let's go grab some more silicon. And, do like... oh, we can only do one of these anyway, because we only have one aluminum. Alright, more silicon. You put food on me? I'm not leaving yet. It's fine. Oh, I could have done one of these. I can do a tier 4. Let's do a tier 4. We have one thingy. Let's do it. Tier 4 is better than a tier 3. We could still potentially do a tier 3. Let's do a tier 3 also. Because if I had done one of these, I would have used 3 rods anyway, so that's 2 rods and 1 rod. But this has got to be inside. And so I might need more space, right? Yeah, I'm going to need some more space. Final frontier. Now I will once again just build a basic pod. And then when we decide to start really building, we'll move into the 3x3s again. We have the stuff to do it, so... I hate sand. It gets everywhere. Yeah, me too. We need aluminum, though, before we do too much building, because we're going to want to have these. But we could do more building, at least. I have to remember how we get aluminum here. I don't remember how. Maybe on one of those other islands? We should potentially build some more storages, then. Put some of this stuff in so we can take the truck. Yeah, let's do that next. Let's gather up some iron. And do that. Did glance through this, but I missed some. This area. And there. I really missed some. Surprised we haven't had any storms yet. Game is troll, I guess. Sand in the butt crack is the worst. Oh, hey, I missed a couple. I was driving around with a truck. I probably should have also been picking up iron. Oh well. Like this, some of the ores are half buried in the sand. Kind of fun. That's probably enough. Yes, I probably could build the bigger storages, but as they cost materials, we didn't bring any circuit boards, but as they cost materials that we need for other things, I would rather not. I would rather just build these for right now. I'm going to build these the compressed way, not the clipping way. So like there, well, I might clip them into each other. Like this, like that. Just so we can pack as much of this in here as we can. That will go. This will go. And I'm not sorting either. Because, well, I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Where's you got so many grubs already? Of interesting. Are you hearing your OCD already? You're welcome. Keep these here. We shouldn't need food or we shouldn't need oxygen or water, just food. And so let's go fly out. Let's see. Any of those three. This one's the closest. Quartz crafting station already. Oh, we could probably loot the water bottles from here before we leave. Just so that it has time to fill back up again. Here we go. Alright, so we want to go, let's go south. Nyum. The texture of the cloud. Oh, that's because it's the clouds, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Not seeing much here. Not even anything that useful besides some. Ah, there's some more sulfur that we can use. Yeah, I mean, I could get some iron. Okay, there's a fair amount of these here too. Make sure I didn't miss any of those over here. Sometimes they're a little hard to see. You're out to sea. Not a ridiculous amount of iron here either. Ironically. Beacon home might be worth it. I can see it. I can see it just fine. Since I got the map and a compass. I don't think I ever tried to fly out and see how far we can actually get out to sea on this world. If there's like a force field type barrier or what happens. I don't remember. Of all that stuff. That drill sticks out like a sore thumb. Yeah, like it's not supposed to be there. There's some thingies. Alright, well that's the end of this island, pretty much. Was there another clam? Did I miss one? No-ish. Would have been a titanium brain you saw? Or maybe I cleaned the 3 that were there faster than you thought I did? That one had 3 things in it. Phosphorite could have been 2, yeah. And I'll collect up phosphorite once we need it. We won't need it for a while. In any quantity, anyway. Alright, well, this island was kind of meh. I guess we could go northwest to these islands. North and west this way. Wait, that's not right. That way. Possibly stuff underwater? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. That's all memory, but I don't think there is. I like that the wheels still spin, even when we're flying. One thing you may be noticing is that there are no blue chests. And that's because these clams are supposed to be the chests. Do we need to plant some food tubes? Probably. We don't have any seeds, though, so it won't help much. Unless we picked some up already that I didn't... oh, yeah, I guess we did. We have eggplants, anyway. Clams fill that role? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't picked up much in the way of food seeds. Ooh, an aluminum. Nice. Wait a minute, can I deconstruct... I can deconstruct super alloy to get aluminum too, can't I? And everything else, but... yeah, I can do that too. I'm an idiot. Nice? No. Not nice. A cosmic quartz. We've gotten a few, eggplants, though, I saw. It's kind of nice. Ooh, there's another bioplastic. And an Atabu fish. Because we can use those already. We're actually already up to 5 Mega TI. We're kind of zooming. Kinda. We're gonna run out of space pretty soon. I think we should maybe head back home. I like the wheels turn when you want to spin around too in the air. We should head back home and build some more storages. And then go back and loot some more stuff. I think maybe now is the time to build one of the 3x3 pods. I think I'm going to build it over here this time, like on the end of this island right here. I think that's a good place for it. We need 3 iron, 3 titanium. Oh, let's F that light. Got so much super alloy now. 3 iron, 3 titanium, and 3 super alloy. We'll find 3 titanium brains. Plenty of those around here. There's an iron right there too, Wally. Idiot. Yellow sky. Blind fool. Should also probably build the some of the screens, but I'll wait till I get the 3x3 up, and then we can do that. Let's see, which way do I want to face this? I think I will face it this way just for... yeah. Let's put it over here. Let's do the 3x3. And we'll do it... probably there. And I also need to build one of these. Means I need more titanium and silicon. Hey, look. Titanium. And then I wanted to do... I don't do that yet. Really? I used all the iron I had in my pocket? I saw one, and I didn't pick it up because I thought I had enough. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, is this height okay? Both for this reason, but also for this reason. Too low? I think that's too low. Maybe we should go up a little bit higher. That might be more right. Yeah, that's better, I think. Okay. Oh, that didn't snap right, though. That's right. Alright, that feels better. More space. This will be the space where we put up the screens and stuff, and that doorway will eventually go out. We'll have the stairs here like we did in the other base. But for now, this will just be full of storages, the iron storages for now. So let's go grab all that iron we have that we picked up. Is there any in here still? Yeah, a little bit. All I have? Because that's all I have. There's a bunch around here. We'll get some more. We'll just build this full of iron storages. I'll sort it a little bit. I don't know that I'll make it perfect until we do the regular storages. But I can sort it a little bit. We could start doing these, but I don't have any circuit boards, so we can't do those. Never mind. Shut up, Wally. Once we get the stuff that we need to make them, we can make them, but I don't have it. I could start deconstructing some of those super alloys too, but oxygen meter. Luckily we have a lot. Okay, that'll give us a few more. And I'm just going to line these up like an idiot. Edge on like this. That's all we get. Alright. Basic ores in the first one. Just do a basic sort system. Supplemental ores like that in the second one. Tertiary ores in the third one. Organic stuff in the fourth one. And fancy stuff in the fifth one. Word of the day is Z fighting. Wait a minute. Don't do that, you idiot. You can fly that thing. Let's try to empty out some of these and move them over there. That didn't take long. This way I can build more. Let's see. Basic ores go here. Secondary ores go here. These can go in there too. Tertiary ores can go in here. Put this in there with those, and then fancy stuff in here. Oops, this too. And those should be back over here. Right? I don't know what I'm going to put in the last one yet. Give me. We're going to fill this up fast, aren't we? Especially with phosphorus. Holy crap. I may end up putting the phosphorus in its own box. Nope, I more than may. Uh-huh. You can be the phosphorus box. I got a mushroom, too. Lots of super alloys. Too many for the box. Nope. Phosphorus box number 1? Why? Oh, in that I'll have at least that many? Yeah, you're probably right. Oopsie. Bad a park job there. First of many, I foresee. Alright. Going around. You forsooth. Let's move super alloy then elsewhere. Down here. Organics are over here someplace. At least for now. We need to eat again pretty soon. And this is sliding into the ocean again. Alright, let's see. What do we got? Oh, Jesus. Super alloy. Alright. Yeah. That's full too. Pull food out of here then. Slid all the way into the ocean now. Park it on the roof, I guess. Too many organic bits still. I don't have any more iron to make into more storages. Well, crap. What are they? Certified organic? Certifiable organic. Let's do some of these grass spreader thingies, I think. Do we have any? We don't have any flower seeds yet. The flower spreaders won't do us any good, but grass spreaders we can do. We have enough for 2 of those. Gotta get rid of some crap anyway. I need to go loot my water thingy. Also need to go. How quickly you amass a whole load of stuff. Yes, indeedy. You, gimme. Iron right there. A couple of megs. And I gotta figure out the aluminum thing here too. I have the food on me, so when it chirps again, I'll eat. Let's just put these down over here. Putting them over here so they're out of the way. There we go. And then let's talk about doing some screens. There's the chirp. There's the eats. Let's do some screens for this one, that one. Not that one yet. Just those 2 for now. Iron, cobalt, silicon. An iron right here. Oh, I knew that. A couple of cobalts. Brain. Silicon. 3 of those. Iron right there. Alright, we need... We should have enough iron, but I'm going to go around and collect some more on the other island. Over here. In this atoll. Atoll? Atoll? Find that oxygen level. Didn't bring my truck. Probably foolish. What else is new? We did loot some of the iron over here already. Because we came here with the truck. Oh, the irony of it all. Of it all. Alright, we need to head back for oxygen. We'll go to this one. Grass growing yet? On the beach? No. Guess I could move this and that over as well. This too. I'll leave that there though. Oh no! I'm full. We moved again, huh? Let's see. Let's just put these up. We'll move them later, but we'll put them up over here somewhere. We can also build the tier... the other cresting station, the advanced one. We need a lot of aluminum for that, though, so not anytime soon. But with this, we don't really need it either, so that's kind of fine. And what else did I just take down? Oh, yeah, the optimizer, which I need to go get those 2 super alloys I dropped. I mean, I have plenty in storage, but I didn't want to lose them. Okay, screens. I'm just going to put them over here. We'll move them around later, probably too. That one and this one. So we are almost to seismic activity. Good timing, Wally. Why, thank you, Wally. 10 Mega TI. Meanwhile... three more of those. Let's grab out the organic stuffs from here. Start it down here instead. Not the food yet, but everything else. I can put rods in here. Next island, please. Yeah, we need to go out and do the rest of the ones we have already, so. Yeah. Guess that's good. Tier 2 wind turbine. Aqualis unlock. We should do the blueprint screen at some point because we can see those things. Tier 2 wind turbine. Here it is. It needs bioplastic. It generates 290 energy versus the 1.2 for that, so it is a pretty good jump. It is nowhere near... Well, actually, it's better than Tier 1 nuclear. Not as good as Tier 2, but almost as good as Tier 2 nuclear. And only needs bioplastic, so it's not so bad. Not so bad. But we have a bit more from our nuclear fusion, so it's fine. Did we get everything out of here? Yes, we did. We have food with us. I can go in there. And let's go back to these islands and finish them up. Space. Final frontier. We did the central island there. The big one. Water taxi. What? Not very deep. Actually, it's probably faster to drive than it is to fly. It is. It's way faster. Get our first wreck here. On this island. Well, on this archipelago. Over here. Ooh, a honey. That means we can make some... Well, we could make some beans. Some food. Makes no physical sense, but okay. Yeah, I know it. I wish the flighting? Yes, the flighting was faster. Because it's way faster to drive than it is to fly. Until you do that. Still faster. The fact you can drive underwater at all makes no sense either. And the wrecks here are pretty minimal. All you really get is these satellites. They've got ridiculous shit in them. Holy crap. I'll take it. We grab some iron while we're here too? Good. Noise indeed. Some high techs. Have that. Anything else here? Let's go this way. James Bond did it. What, drove underwater? I have lived these nearly 45 years without ever having seen more than clips and scenes from James Bond movies. I have often thought about watching some of them, but I've never seen more than clips and segments of them. I didn't see Star Wars until I was in high school. Does that help? I just didn't have access to it. Nobody I knew... Well, that may not be entirely true, but nobody I knew who I could get access to it from had it. So I didn't even see the originals. I saw the remakes. Or the remakes, or remasters, or whatever's. Oh, I've seen at least 2, if not all 3 of the Austin Power movies. Betamax. Hey, Graspian, tell us you're old without telling us you're old. Betamax. Got it. Well, he's one of your people. If that helps any. Then I guess so would be Bond. It's just not easy at all. Wait until he shows this 8-track collection. Indeed. I meant the character. Sorry. Austin Powers is a Brit. But yeah, Mike Myers is Canadian. Hey, I have plenty of those tell me you're old without telling me you're old things. That's why I can say that. No seismic activity yet. Let's fly it back home. Is that home? Oh, there's a continental shelf here. That's why we can drive so easily. Right there. You can see it falls off here. We can still drive probably faster. There's home. I can't get out of the water. Oopsie. I'll get out as soon as we hit the continental shelf again. There. Now let's see. Laserdisc, yeah. First film was either Kroll or Superman. Box for Flight Simulator 5 they got for Christmas one time when you were little, with the floppies still in it, DOS floppies, and a thick user manual. Ah, the good old days. What was on Christmas? Yeah. Yep, I feel you on that one. I remember getting new movies of whatever kind on Christmas, and it was like appointment viewing to plant those discs in that TV and just watch all day. Oop. It's time. It is time. Yeah, once we got a VCR as a kid, you get new movies. It was appointment viewing, or it was required to put those movies in and watch them on Christmas Day. Let's see. We have lots of organics. Far too many organics. Betamax was better quality, yes. I agree with you. It just didn't have certain industries behind it. Alright, so we just did reach seismic, that's why. Okay, corals is next. Yeah, we did just reach it. It was better quality, for sure, than VHS, but you paid for it, yeah. Full up on super alloy again. Right. Okay, one more. All right. Now let's see. Before digital took over, the BBC recorded all of its stuff on Betamax. Alright, so what do we want to do next? We could put up some more oxygen generation. We are only at second order magnitude there, whereas we're at pico, nano, micro, the third there, and nano, micro, milli, the third there. And biomass is barely ticking, which is fine. So we could boost oxygen some more. That would be some more of these thingies. Plants, that's why we're getting biomass, of course. We could do... We don't have any plants to plant, though. We still haven't gotten any plant seeds besides the lermas. I have one of those. I guess we should just go ahead and do that. one more grass spreader, that is. Maybe, I guess we could... We could put the llamas in these. That would be better. We should do that. Alright, let's find those fertilizers. Here. And deconstruct 4 of them. And always eat the vegetables that come out. Let's see. You can have these. Wait, not over there. Over here. We need these. We can have those and these. Let's see. Your brother had a Betamax? What we're talking about? Oh, zip drive. Zip disk drive. I owned one. I bought one when I went off to college. Because the engineering school had zip drives in all of their computers. And so they said, you know, basically they told us to buy one and said, if you have one, then you can, you know, take your engineering stuff with you and you know, store it on the shared drive or whatever. So, so I owned one. It connected to my computer via the parallel port because USB hadn't been invented yet. It's not entirely true, but USB wasn't popular yet. And so yeah, it connected via parallel in line with, and then I connected my printer daisy chained after it. First PC was a 286 with 12 megahertz clock speed. My first PC was a 286 as well. It was used, and I got it sometime around, I don't know, 92, 93. This was on PS2 port. You couldn't connect much with those. Keyboard was connected there. Your first PC was a VIC-20. My first PC, depending on how you count it, could have been an Atari 400 or a Commodore 64. And that should help oxygen a bit, and also plant matter. We're going to do some more exploration, I guess. We still have this one over here, and then we can go up to the new one up here after that. We do still have 4 foods in the lander. And then we have all the vegetables in here. We don't have any... We only have the 1 seed packet. What do I need to plant those for right now? Need to destroy one of my fertilizers to do that. What do I need to make fertilizer? You can probably actually make fertilizer. Yeah, we can. First DOS-based PC was 386. Menu was the best OS back then. Get a couple of those. And then we can do a couple. We can do one of these. That's all we need. I just forgot what I needed. Water bottle. And that seed, wherever that was, there it is. Super alloy. The boards still have parallel ports and COM ports on them? Yeah, or at least the headers. Put this over here for right now. When can we plant? We can plant now, actually. We don't have bees, but we could plant now. We could plant some bees. No, we don't have tree bark yet. We need to build Oh, yeah. All right. Put one of these up. Put the seed in there. That'll be fine for now. And then... It was on the board itself, never on the I.O. plate. Yeah. These are the headers for the COM port. They don't always have the... Yeah. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. The biodome with Polyshore. Need another fertilizer for that. Sulfur. Couple of these. Deconstruct another one of those. Also do one of these. We should do one of those first. What are we short on with making fertilizer? Algae. Yeah, maybe we should do one of those first then. Yeah, let's do one of these first. It's tough to, since you're skipping things, it's tough to know what you want to skip and what you don't want to skip. Yeah, tough. That back for now. Take this, one of those, and a magnesium. 12-hour stream tonight? No, we're gonna actually wrap up shortly. I wanted to give you guys the full 2 hours though, since I was running late. There we go. There's some algae. Algae, life's good. Let's see. Family has C64 and Amiga something. Never get so much. Hand me down. AMD K62. Yeah, the first computer I built was an AMD K62. I mean, you make a good point that maybe we shouldn't do any more exploration because we're kind of reaching the end of it. But on the other hand... Actually, algae wasn't the problem. What was the problem? What are we short on for making more of these? Oh, eggplants. Yeah, eggplants. That's what we're short on. It's a good thing we're growing some. Yeah, let's do one more exploration. We'll do one more. That way? No. That way? We did that way, right? Yeah, okay. This way. We won't do the new island yet. We'll save that one for next time. One more turn. Yeah. We never had a tape drive for our C64. We only had the disc drive, the 5 1/4. Did I bring food? I think I put food in here. Yeah, I do. I very rarely, if any, computers that I built completely from scratch. Yeah, I do have food. Yeah, the interrupt device thing for cheat codes. I did for Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Reseed already? Wow. Here's our first storm. It's a little late, but okay. Game Genie. They have one of those? C64? I didn't know. This might be an aluminum storm, so it might be worth picking through the waste there. Ah, we got another bean seed. That's nice. Or eggplant seed, rather. And another eggplant. Hurry up. Load up a game on cassette and then use the interrupt and save it onto disk instead. Interesting. Oh, hello. Alright, let's go nose through these a little bit. We're gonna get a chirp here in a second for food. There it is. See if we can find any aluminum in these piles of shite. Nope. Okay, maybe there's no aluminum in this storm then. Must be all regular old metals. It's unfortunate. We could really use some. Okay. Keep exploring. Remember teaching myself basic on the C64, and playing Frogger. I don't remember what else. Started learning basic on the ZX81. Bard's Tale. I think I had Bard's Tale. I don't remember a damn thing about it, but I think I had it. Not much here either. Diffuse she-shells. Great games, that old thing. Jungle Hunt. Moon Patrol. Indeed. That might be basically it here. Again. Not much at this island. Anything in the middle here? I don't think so, but you'll see. Boulder Dash. Yes. Alright, back home we go, which is in that direction. Pole position. I had pole position on Atari 5200. Nerd, welcome in. And Pitfall. I had that on Nintendo, I think. Or Atari 2600. I had that on. Got some grass spreading here. Okay, let's see. Let's sort this stuff out. Any of that? No. Any of that? Yes. That one and this one. And these ones? No, these ones go in the next one. Not there, but here. There. Actually, super alloy rod shouldn't be in here. Nope. Advanced stuff? No. No. Yes. And that's full? No. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Then these were in here. Alrighty. Simpler times, good times. Yes, indeed. Alright, well, we're gonna, leave this here. We have accomplished a bit here, already up to 17 mega TI, but we have mega terraformation stuff to mega terraform, which helped a lot, and our truck is rolling away again. Work you out here a little bit. And so we'll come back in the next one, and that's going to be on Tuesday, and see how much further we can get. We'll definitely explore that island over there and see what else comes up as we go. Iron Ducks, I see you over there lurking as well. What else comes up will, of course, be more islands because, well, there's, I don't know, 8 or 10 islands in this map eventually, so we'll get those going. But for right now, we're gonna leave this here. So let's find ourselves a raiding target and get out of here. Looks like Dragonheart's Life. We'll go ahead and raid him. Of course, playing Satisfactory. In the islands in the stream, indeed. That is where we are. Legendary fish, made a legendary spidertron, and then deliberately too. Nice. Nice. Let's see, check out the YouTube. We're still playing some Factory Town 2 and Outworld Station. Factory Town 2 is uncovering, again, some more new stuff that we hadn't seen when we did the playtest. And Outworld Station, well, we're getting now to the point where the early access ended, and we can now experience and explore some of the stuff that's been added. Our early access playthrough ended, and we can now experience some of the stuff that we did not get to in that playthrough. And then also stop by Discord and join us for game nights on Friday nights, sharing memes, hanging out, chatting out games, technology like we've been doing here tonight. Games, talking about old school games, computers and things. And then you can also join us for, I said game night already, and then stick around, of course, all week and make fun of Caladar. And then tomorrow night, come back here for Sunday Shenanigans. We will be playing something. I don't know if we'll start our new, larger, longer game playthrough or not, or if we'll keep doing the things that we're doing for another week or more. But come back and join us for Shenanigans, and then we'll be back again Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday next week with more Planet Crafter here on Aqualis. But for now, thank you all for coming. Thanks for hanging out, chatting, and redeeming, and we will see you all again next time. Bye for now.